So we've got a bunch of questions. Just answer if you want. We don't want to ask you about, the same questions about music. So the first question we came up with is, if you'd like to tell us, why did you start playing? So going back in the ages, why did you take up music and stuff?
I used to play trumpet in the band, and then played guitar in high school. Started playing guitar. So then we got into the Ramones after high school, and then we heard like bands like the Meatmen, and we were kind of inspired by them. Like shit, we could do this too. We love the Meatmen and all that stuff. So really, we didn't do too much, and so we had nothing else to do, so we started with it.
But you started with trumpet.
Yeah, I played trumpet for 14 years. Yeah.
14 years?
Yeah.
You can still play it.
I haven't played in a long time. I could if I wanted. I could if I practiced, but I haven't played in a while.
Maybe in the new city, alright. So, in a recent interview you claimed you don't feel as if you are a punk legend, but you are queer. Your style and the way you make music are always recognizable, and through time they've never changed. You keep on doing what you love with, to take success for us, right? Your audience has been following you for 30 years, as we do, and as you step on the stage, everybody freaks out. What led you to where you are today? Luck, chance, or something else?
Probably all of the above. You gotta have talent, but you gotta stay with it too. Some of the bands, I think some bands could be bigger than they are, because you gotta have like Ben Weasel, Black Dahlia, me. We're like leaders of the band, so we keep going. You need luck, you need perseverance, keep going, and you got to put up with a lot of bullshit with different musicians and people complaining, because it's hard where you don't make a ton of money to keep the band together. So, but once I got rid of Hugh and B-Face, they left. It's almost like a solo thing anyway, so I play with different guys. I like playing with different people. Look, these guys have been with me for a couple of years now, so it's going good. So, but you got to keep going. But you need talent, but you need some luck too.
Yeah, you said it.
We were lucky because we had songs from Grow Up. We were playing before we got on Lookout Records, and then Met Her at the Rat, I'll Be True to You, Love, Love, Love. We had those songs before we ever went on Lookout Records, so we were kind of lucky. Green Day was on there. We were lucky then, so yeah. But a lot of these bands, some people put you down, and whatever, that comes with the territory. But they think the only reason they're not as big as the Queers or Screeching Weasel is just because we're lucky, and like we are lucky, but you got to have talent. Like Ben Weasel, My Brain Hurts, or Anthem for a New Tomorrow, or the Queers, we did Love Songs for the Retarded, or Don't Back Down. They were good albums, and a lot of bands.
Don't Back Down is great.
Yeah, I think the reason a lot of pop punk bands aren't, it's not as, I see some bands out there, but I don't really see too many bands that excite me. Because back then, when you had Green Day, you had the Muffs, you had MTX, you had Screeching Weasel, you had the Queers, High Five, Smugglers. Band, and they were really, really, really good fucking, great bands. So, unfortunately, I'm older, so I judge everything compared to when I was there, like the Muffs, and we saw Green Day, Dookie. So, but anyway, you got to stay with it. But you need some luck for sure.
So keep going is more. All right, great, thank you. Apart from a few gigs last summer, we have been waiting for you to play in Italy for a long time. It's been 5 or 6 years. We also played together the last gig. I played guitar. It would be great. It's not a question, I'm just inventing. If tonight I could play a couple of Ramones songs, I can play guitar. If you want to.
Okay.
If you want to. You are
KKK?
I can play She Is a Punk Rocker.
Do you know KKK?
I can't remember.
I actually can't either. I'd have to practice it. I played with Mark.
I can play She Is a Punk Rocker. Big Three Pop. That's it. But apart from this, you always play around the world. Your tours are terribly long. But what do you like doing when you're at home? When you don't play, maybe?
I've got a studio.
I heard that you record bands
Yeah, I'm
Your
getting busier and
bandmates.
busier. Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately.
Alright.
A lot of times I just take it easy. I don't do too much. Feed my I got 4 chickens and, drink Ely Cafe at home and,
You like
about it.
reading? You like reading?
Yeah, I read a lot, So I don't do too much.
Alright, just relaxing, I guess.
Play my guitar and stuff, yeah.
Alright. It's been years since the queers are basically joke queer. We were talking about it before. Whoever's gonna step you onto the stage with you, we know it's gonna be great. So your audience identifies you this way, and it seems to be okay. But has it ever been tough to be this kind of one-man band? Is it tough sometimes?
No, not really. I enjoy having different people because usually when people leave, they get burned out.
Yeah.
So you don't want them sticking around because they drag you down. Dave and Dangerous Dave and Lurch, they were with me for a long time, and I realized after they left, they were kind of just going through the paces, and we were getting a little stale.
All right.
So we got the new guys; they're more hungry, and so I just like it. It's fun. Everybody plays something different. They bring different stuff to the song, so it's kind of fun. I enjoy it. I really do. At first, people would complain, but I go, whatever. As long as the band sounds great.
All right.
I mean, look at bands like Electric Light Orchestra. They've had 1,000,001 fucking members. They're great every time they go on stage. So whatever. As long as the music sounds good. Same with Screeching Weasel.
You say it's nothing new.
Yeah. If it's Ben Weasel goes on stage with, my grandmother in a fucking grass if it's Ben Weasel singing Screeching Weasel song, my brain hurts at Screeching Weasel in my book. I don't care,
Thank you. John Lydon of the Sex Pistols commented on Keith Fleet's death, the prodigy. This way. He said, "No one loved him," he said. "He was left alone and he was destroyed by being alone." The point is, how decisive are the relationships you've got in your life to support you in your routine and in your lifestyle that I would define living to play music. I need to say, a very tough choice. A lot of people, often the closest, don't understand. So it's about the relationships is there any relationship in your life that support you in particular in your routine, in your everyday life? Because I think for me, routine is tough.
I'm like a musician. I'll play till I die. A lot of these guys. It always kills me. I love music, but I got other interests too. But it always kills me. I'll see these guys, like say B-Face. My old bass player B-Face. So, he just played with us. One off gig last summer.
All right.
He did great. He didn't skip a beat. It was just like old time. But he was so into it, and then I always ask him to come back. I'm like, B-Face, come on, play with us in Screeching Weasel. Come on back, man, play. Just to do a weekend. You don't have to tour. I understand he doesn't have to tour. And he doesn't do it. And I don't know how you are into the scene so much, and then you just go away and you're not part of it anymore. Like, to me, it's like my life.
Yeah.
So, I'll always be playing. And Dave, Dangerous Dave and Lurch, they're losers. I love those guys, but they're fucking losers. Come on, man, they were fucking contenders. They were fucking on stage, crowd cheering for them, and then they go and Dave's a carpenter and Lurch delivers pizza. I'm like, come on, man, what the fuck, dude? Seriously, I'm really disappointed in them. I fucking thought they were made of fucking stronger stuff, but I guess not. Me, I'll always be playing my friends like Marky Ramone plays, CJ Ramone, Richie Ramone, Dusty Watson, who drums for the Sonics, and he's with I met him with Dick Dale, and he'll always be, he's my age, he'll always be playing. Joey always played, he loved music, Joey Ramone. Yeah.
Right.
And they'll always be playing. All of us will always be playing. I enjoy it. It's fun. I like the energy of meeting people, and you can't put a price tag on that. You get to travel around, and we've got friends everywhere. It's fun. It's great. So it's a privilege. I like doing it. So it's not a job for me. So.
Yes, you don't get used to your everyday life. You don't get used to it. So.
My everyday life is just, it's all centered around music now, because I got my studio, and, bands. That's what I like about music, is there's always something to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, nice.
There's another tour, or someone's coming down, or someone's coming in the studio, there's a guitar I made, or something's going on, you know?
Yeah,
I love that. So I just like the energy, like the creativity.
Great. Thank you. So, if you could tell something about the Weasel, we know that he produced one album by the Queers.
Two.
Well, two, alright, actually. So, he's mentioned your songs, you were one of the few who took his side in the past. What do Ben Weasel and Joe Queer have in common? What do the Queers and the Screech Weasel have in common? Besides sharing the stage and the same musical approach, we read that your sister and Ben Weasel are great friends.
Yeah.
Would you tell us something about your relationship with Ben last year, if you want to?
Just always been friends through thick and thin, so you find out who your friends are when the chips are down. So yeah, when everybody attacked him for that stupid Southby thing. I mean, I didn't think it was that big a deal anyway. Fuck, you know, I've seen chicks get hit at shows. Fuck, man, I'm 61 years old. You don't think I've seen fucking chicks get hit by fucking...
You did.
This guy, and I won't even mention the names because they'll start a bunch of bullshit, but big, you know, bands, punk rock bands.
Yeah.
He didn't, you know, whatever. And even if I did think it was wrong, which I don't, my friends fuck up. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna not be their friends. I would be their friends. When I got fucked up on drugs, Ben was always my friend. He was disappointed, but he was always my friend. And so I really lost a lot of respect for a lot of these people that kicked him to the curb. I won't name names, but it was pretty lame. Very, very fucking lame. And but anyway, so we just kind of been through thick and thin, just friends. Actually, I think he's going to come down and produce the new album. He wants to produce our new album.
Really?
Yeah, so we just talked about that. So I think it would be fun. We haven't worked together in a while, so we're like, fuck, let's do it.
Great.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty fun. We got some good song ideas, so I think we'll be interested.
Great.
So,
Thank you.
yeah.